In the picture, you can see this red bar represents 1, and it's been split into 2 equal halves. Each of these is a half. How can we write that down mathematically? 1 is equal to some number of halves. 1 is equal to 2 halves. So these two expressions, 1 and 2 halves, both have the same value. They both represent 1. We can split 1 up differently. In this picture we've got 1, we've got 2 halves, but we also have 1, 2, 3 thirds. Again, mathematically 1 is equal to 2 halves, or is equal to 3 thirds. These three numbers are just different ways of writing the same value, 1. I'm sure you can work this out, but here's a bar that represents 1. It's been divided into sevenths. How many sevenths make 1? Well, obviously 7 sevenths are the same as 1. Any fraction where the numerator and the denominator are the same is equal to 1. So 10 tenths, 100 hundredths, 5 fifths are all different ways of writing 1. Now I want to talk about mixed numbers for a moment. Here are 2 bars. They're equal in length, so they're equal in value, but they've been split up differently. And I want to talk about the 2 different ways to represent this. The first bar is split up into 1 and a half. And we can write this like this, 1 and a half. That representation is called a mixed number. It has a whole number part and a fraction part. Now it's equal in length to the second bar, so I can write equals. The second bar is split up differently. It's split up into a half, and a half. So these 2 halves make 1. So the second bar is split up into 3 halves. This is called an improper fraction. It's regarded as improper because the numerator, 3, is larger than the denominator, 2. But it's important to realise that these 2 numbers are just different ways of writing the same quantity. 1 and a half is the same as 3 halves.